Hey, everybody. It is Elsa 932 on YouTube. We are here again, your wonderful panel to talk about Love is Blind Sweden Season 3. We are here for episode 6, 7, and 8 that just dropped last week, Thursday. Weddings are this Thursday, but we are here to discuss this with you and kind of like break down what we saw, couple by couple, issue by issue, because there's a lot to be seen. But how are you today, Trey?
I am here. It's a nice, weird, hot, sunny day. The strange weather we have in the U.S. over here. I don't know how it is in the rest of the world. But, glad to be here. Glad to see y'all faces. You look bright, happy. Just feels better. So just glad to be
Okay. Thank you, Trey.
But forgive me for showing positivity. Oh my God.
I was like, damn, first of all, I want to say thank you, Jay, for that lovely intro there for me, okay? I will appreciate you, okay? I will appreciate you. But yes, it is something with this season. Something.
Aria, something. Okay.
I'll explain why when we get to this particular couple, because I said it on your episode 7 thing. That's the only thing I said on any of your videos so far, I think, because I've been trying to keep my thoughts from like spilling out into the rest of the world, so that way it's fresh and it's like not like y'all don't know what I'm planning on saying. So
Right. That's okay. We understand. You want to save it so we could get it good and concentrated today. And for those of you there, there is traction with Sweden in social media. So for the members, please check the post area. Whatever I find in Sweden social media, the members, y'all will get it. And there have been quite a few, including some cake selections that we have had a response from someone. But thank you all for hitting that like button while we get into it. And since it was a great compliment and so forth, this time, Trey, I would let you go first. Pick a
here.
couple for me. Pick a couple situation. Yeah.
Let's let's talk about Aaron and Angelica. It's Angelica, right?
Yes, it's
oh
Angelica.
yes,
So
I
this
call her
week,
Angelique for some reason.
yeah, because some people say Angelica, but it's Angelica. The way we hear it in our translated version, even the way they say it in their native tongue. Aaron and Angelica, this week, Angelica, you got me confused. Aaron, you got me twisted. Okay. Aaron is the one that said that red velvet cake is some American foolishness. Okay.
Yeah, that
Even
was
though he
crazy.
still picked it. And I feel, I'm sensitive to that because I love a red velvet cake for my birthday cake. So, and that's what I'm looking for right now is to order one in time for my birthday next week. So, Aaron, all in good fun. Thank you for responding on TikTok to the questionnaire about which cake is the favorite. But Angelica this week confused us, y'all. She don't want to walk with him because he don't walk fast. He's 6'8", y'all. Okay. Also, she, don't like how people are staring at them. Ma'am, you like social media. Okay. Let's not. Let's not. It was a lot of confusion, and Aaron's patience is further than mine in this whole situation. But we did meet her friends, and I learned, thank you, Swedish social media. Y'all are telling me her friends are really big on social media in Sweden. They are an internet, sensation couple. So that is why she and they are doing crazy stuff. And she says we get wild, and she has a mirror on her phone to keep checking how she looks. Trey, what did you have to say this week about Angelica and Aaron?
His patience is wearing thin. Well, no, it's starting to wear. It's starting to wear. And Angelica may be a self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. And and she sabotages in a way that it makes no sense. I don't get it. I don't understand. This is kind of weird. It's getting kind of weird now. Okay, first off, red velvet cake. That was wild, really, bro. But he had a point. I don't think it's an American made up cake. It's nowhere else in the world. It's, and I had to look that up to find out. Like, wait, oh yeah, we the only one we created that here. Maybe that should be the American cake, red velvet, because it's good. I ain't gonna lie. I have to give credit where credit's due. The best red velvet cake I've ever had in my life was by my oldest son's mother. Woo. Woo. I gotta give credit where credit due, because Lord.
Does she take orders, and are y'all still talking well?
Shameless
We ain't
plug.
going down that road. We ain't going down that road. Okay. I just gotta give respect due. Because I had very perfect cake before, and then I tried hers first bet. I went, oh my God, I think I'm in a coma of love. I did. It was like, oh my God.
Was that before or after your kid?
No,
Did
it
you
was
try the
years
cake?
before. It was years before. Years before.
Okay.
It was I was two teenagers. We were teenagers.
So, okay. You stayed for a certain type of cake.
Nah, the cake was after I done failed. And then I had the cake. I went, what is happening here?
Keep yourself muted. I am so sorry. Keep yourself muted. I'm sorry. That already. I'm sorry.
That cake.
Sorry, Trey, for interrupting first. That was wild. I'm so sorry. That was too wild for her to say that.
No, she used to put walnuts in the cake, in the icing. Was it walnuts? It was something, I think it was walnuts. Pecans. I'm sorry, pecans. It was pecans. She used to put pecans in the icing. No else. Woo! Let me tell you, no, it was smooth. It was smooth. It was something else.
That sounds actually kind of good, to be
It
honest.
was good.
Right now,
I'm telling you, it was. And the icing.
Since I'll remain muted, I won't talk
Sugar
about
rush.
nuts.
It was a sugar rush. I was like, oh my God, but getting off of that. So at that point, red velvet cake became my favorite cake. So it was like, okay, and still to this day, I love red velvet cake. Like I said, I got to give credit what's credit was due. She burnt something else. But I was like, so when Aaron said it, I said, hold on, bro. I've been liking you up to this point, but you almost came to the screen. Like, hold on, but your head, but you in your kneecap, so tall. Your kneecap, nah. Hold on, bro. But then I had to back up, and I was like, wait, they don't have red velvet there. Okay, I see where the statement came from. Okay, it is an American made thing. It was just straight factual what he said. That's okay. Let me back up off it. Because then he's like, yeah, red velvet, that's it. It was good. It's American made thing, but they did right. Cool. The rest of the time, I was sitting there wondering, bro, what is wrong with your fiance? And then he's starting to wonder it too. Because something is off about this chick. It seemed like every 5 minutes she was steady trying to test him. I said this last week, y'all. Why is she steady testing him? And it kept coming up again. She was testing him every 5 minutes, and it was dumb tests. It was little stuff like, and then he was questioning, like, why are you trying to push me? Why are you trying to test me? I don't understand. Like, over chips. Why are you testing me with chips? What? If you want the bowl, how about I just move the bowl over there? And then get mad when you talk about I threw some chips at you. What? No, I placed them sarcastically in your plate. That was a card, sarcastic. There you go. Yes. Sarcastic. Oh, you threw chips at me. That scared me when she said that. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. And sweet and Love is Blind ain't slick. They in their little preview, they try to make it like the whole meet the friends situation was going to be a whole problem. I should have known it was a bunch of crap. I should have known. Because they meet him, they're like, oh, yeah, we like this guy. And I think her friend, here's what it is. Her friend actually hit the nail on the head very softly. I don't know what people called it. She was like, what's the issue with you? He's a great looking guy. You're gonna have to fight the women off of him. And that was the real issue. That's what she's afraid of. That's why she's been pushing him. Because just keep it real. I said this last week. Her her insecurities popping up the shoes she saw him. Because and every 5 minutes it's like, I don't like the way you stand beside me. Oh my God, you're too tall. You look too good. I don't like the way I look beside. This girl cares about what other people think, which came up in their conversations too much. She cares about what other people think. And she knows, unfortunately, this is kind of messed up, but she knows my man looks better than me, and she has an issue. She has an issue with it.
But he's not her type either. She said
Now
that.
that was crazy. That was crazy. So I had to think, wait, what is your type? Because the way the friend was acting, she was talking like, this is the best you've ever grabbed. What you talking about? So I'm like, what kind of butterball, low class dudes have she been getting with to make herself feel better? And I said it just the way that on purpose. What kind of low class budget dudes she's been getting with to make herself feel better?
She only finds him attractive when he's at the gym sweating.
That was weird. I felt like he was on some type of stock or something. What's going on here? Like, what was that? That was weird. That was very strange. This Angelica girl. I thought I was gonna dislike the friends. I actually like the friends. They actually talking some sense. Like, even though they go out too much, you can tell they go out a little too much for me. But they at least were speaking some sense. Homeboy was like, man, listen, I know she look crazy, okay? I got you, bro. Okay, bro. I know. Listen, I'm with her. I see it, bro. I understand. You good? Okay, I got your back. Dap him up. I get it, bro. Don't worry. We trying to get her across this room too. Take her, please. Take her, please. Like what? That was. I'm gonna digress, but that was weird. That was interesting.
Mm-hmm. Ari, what are your thoughts on Aaron and Angelica? I know you had a particular rough time getting through that long walk through the park.
Oh God, look, golly. First of all, again, I'm gonna talk about that red velvet thing for just a second. It's American foolishness, but you ended up picking that cake anyway, Aaron. Or should I say Aaron? I know there's no other A in there, but like roll with me here. So like make that make sense for me, please, because like if you're watching this, please make that make some sense, because that don't make no sense to me. It's American foolishness, but you picked it anyway. Anyway, like Trey said, I digress. Um, but yes, episode 7, it took me the better part of yesterday to finish it because Angelica was getting on my last good nerve. Getting on my last good nerve. I was like, baby girl, please calm down. Like I literally had to keep stopping because of her. Every time it got to them, I was like, oh, what the hell about to happen now? Because what is going? I was getting annoyed. Look, I had zero problem getting through episode 6, like within like an hour and a half, and that's with me kind of stopping to kind of take some notes or whatever. And then episode 8 was fine. I got that because that was under an hour, so I got that like maybe again in an hour and a half. But episode 7 was just this. I was trying not to curse at my screen because of her, because she was on one all episode on one, and I was getting so irritated because when people start doing dumb shit, that's when I get irritated because I hate when people do dumb stuff for no reason, absolutely no reason.
I think she's used to toxic men that treat her like crap. It's the games and the little girl push pull stuff.
Yeah, yeah, and honestly, I don't think that this is where I kind of differ from Trey, where I don't think that she's into him physically at all, because like El Cid said, she said on the episode he wasn't her type. Is not her type at all. And that just told me that my initial thought was that when she was hyperventilating at that reveal, that she didn't like him at all, whatsoever, at all physically. And normally, a lot of women tend to go for the height thing, and she's not about like the height thing is just one another thing on her list that she just tripping off, saying that she doesn't like him about. Because I mean, and the whole you walk too slow, like I got back issues, so I tend to walk slow as it is because of that. So I was like, if you don't get off his back about that, because I was anyway. Yeah. I and the whole uh my friend never liked any of my exes thing. She picks. I think what she does is she tends to pick one thing about a guy or multiple things about them, and then goes complaining to him or her about it, and then that's why the friend doesn't like any of her exes. To be quite honest, um,
If he
well,
walked
Trey,
fast at 6'8", she couldn't keep up. That's so true.
I mean, because he could very well do that. He just doesn't want to. He
Why?
just
He
doesn't
just
want to.
wants a stroll with his fiance and go
Yeah,
sit by the water. He's a chill guy. Now I understand this, Angelica, because again, even though Mr. Elsit is quite taller than me, he likes to walk slower. I call it the Eeyore effect. But I'm a fast walker. I walk real fast. Like the New Yorker in me, we have got to get there in 8 steps or less. So, but I understand. You just have to walk with your partner. Maybe you walk fast with your girls, but not with your partner. But y'all
yeah,
said it last week that she didn't want to be left out and not have an engagement. That's when she jumped on Aaron, and that's when he thought that she was going to break up with him in the pods.
To
yeah.
me, it's very simple. What I'm just what I'm seeing to me is become very simplistic. We talked about this before on Gojo's show. This is a woman who purposely dates ugly men or men that she finds ugly. Okay, this is the key. Her sensibilities in check, her insecurities about herself in check. She can always be greater than them. That goes partially to the reason why her friend hated every guy she's ever dated, because she probably felt like they were beneath her. But she's doing it on purpose to always feel superior than. This may be the first guy she's dated where he might be, at least looks wise, especially to everyone, because she cares about what people think. He is greater than her. Period.
Well, he's got the tall part. I think that's really
Tall.
it.
Even when you
He's
look at it, he's a
secure.
handsome dude.
He's
And he's
secure.
secure with himself. He's very secure with himself. Beyond that, he's
Well, that's
very
true.
secure within himself.
Mhm.
Trey, do you think it's because she can't push him off his square?
That's another part of it. She's been trying to push his buttons, and he keep warning her, "Hey, you don't want to see that. Stop playing with me." I kind of feel him on that because I tend to operate the same way. I'm a pretty calm, chill guy. I have never used, when I'm in a relationship with a woman, you would rarely hear me use profanity around you because it's just me showing you respect. I've never cursed at a girlfriend, like curse at you. No, I might use curls around you in a conversation, explain something, but curse at you, you never hear that from me. It's just a sign of respect. But I've been in a situation where a chick tried to push that at me. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you trying to challenge me? And it was this reaction. She was trying to see that other side. She wanted to see that reaction. I was like, you know what? You want that reaction? I give you the best reaction possible. It's over. You have a good life. I'm out.
Did you
Yeah.
wash the cucumber? Did you wash the knife? Cut it
Oh,
this way. Do it this way. Give me the keys. Give me the key. Give me
I
my
wanted,
phone.
I wanted to drop that knife for him. I was like, girl, what are you doing? Like, this is what I was saying about why it took me so freaking forever to watch this episode because it just girl, like please get out of my face and off my screen. I can't stand you right now. Like, ugh. Anyway, go ahead. I'm getting
Yeah,
angry
it's
again.
the can I have a chip? Can I have another chip? I would have emptied the whole bowl on her plate, but you see, Erin is a better human being than I am.
That's your petty side coming out.
All your food would have been covered in chips. How about the whole bag? Upended on your plate. Erin better than me. We ain't doing one chip at a time. Because
Ugh.
again, as High Vibe says, it's a matter of control. It seems like control. I want you to do for me how I want you to do and what I want you to do. And it's like, no, can you pass me the bowl? I'll take some and then give it back to you. And then she wants him to choose, ladies. Now, Trey, you don't have to fall in this category because we know you like to cook, okay? Ladies, you know when you go to the store, if you're doing tacos, he couldn't give a doggone dang what kind of taco, shells or whatever you buy unless he cooks them himself as well. He couldn't give a dag on it. You tell him tacos, he don't even know all the toppings. He know he ready to eat. So her to be like, oh, we
Facts.
need to. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Trey, what did you think? And I'm pushing at you because as the gentleman on the panel, what did you think about her arranging all this time to spend with the girls and none with Aaron?
It seemed like another push situation to try to get him to react to something. That's what it was coming off as. Because, like I said, it made no sense when she kind of explained things. It kind of made no sense. You
I
know,
think I think she was trying to find something to leave him over. To be honest, if you're gonna like thinking of that, what you just said, it makes me think she's trying to find some reason to say, well, like some reason to make him out the bad guy and say, see, right there, I can't marry you. Like
yeah,
what?
yeah, he's too perfect for her. That's what it's turning into. Because so far there's really no mistakes in him. Like,
There are some mistakes in that
yeah,
him just allowing her to carry on like this. And I'm sure he is, he got a few words to whisper on the side.
well, that's the weird thing. He's not really allowing it because he is speaking up. He's not just rolling over at all. That's beside. He's just very calm in his way of speaking up. Like, hey, well, hold on. This is how I feel about it. No, and he gets very firm with the no. No, it is what it is, and it gets to a point where she's like, okay, no, he's getting a little serious. Let me calm it down. Then she goes right back to doing it.
She does
Trying to
another
push it.
thing.
Yeah,
She does because again, the chip thing. We did the chip, then we did something else, and then we went back to the chip. And I'm like, this is you don't test him because any partner you don't test them, any partner at all. But once you see, he said, I'm not a pushover. I am going to speak up when I think it's too much. But the thing is, why does he have to go that far? You're his fiance. You're supposed to be caring for him. So if you don't like to walk, slow, say, hey, let's just, you know, like walk down to the river, whatever, and I'll walk circles around you or whatever. This is not an exercise opportunity. This was just a bonding walk. And you can't even my thing with Angelica in the situation is she couldn't articulate what the problem was. And he's like, how can I help you? What can I do? And she's like, this is just give me the phone and the keys and I'm out of here. you can't even articulate what you need from this man. How is he supposed to help you?
Have y'all ever seen the movie She's Out of Your League? She's Out of His League or something like that?
Yeah.
I'm getting this vibes in reverse. And that's what I say it's leading to the self sabotage in a way. Like it's weird. She she knows it. She's just too used to the toxicity of it all. Way too used to. It's become a blanket for her now. Yeah, that's kind of sad. It's kind of sad.
And that's the thing. She is. Here's the thing. She I think I don't know how it's going to work living in a whole new area, moving out of the country with him, because it seems to me like she's looking. It seems to me like she can't hold her own or manage on her own, that it's attached to someone, attached to the friends, attached to something, and she can't get a grip on attachment to him. I don't think this is going to work out, these two. Y'all, the weddings are next week, and at the end I'll put up all the couples and then we'll say whether we think they're going to get married or not. But these two this week, I was like, Aaron, I don't know how you do it. You better than me. But here's the other thing. She did get up in points with me. Okay. This is the one time, Angelica, I'm going to say something great. When you turned to Joanna and said, it seems you could be the problem. I said, Angelica.
Wow. That was wild. That was wild behavior. When we get to them,
We'll get to them. We'll get to them. But that's
Woo!
And Aaron, when you said I don't buy that foolishness, when Fabian told you what was happening, thank you. I'm with you.
He's clocking everything. He's like, nah. That tells me he's clocking her foolishness too.
Rosho asked what she was crying when she got her phone back. She missed 60-something messages. She was overwhelmed.
What?
She was not overwhelmed. She just didn't want to say nothing to nobody because she don't want this man. She don't want this man. What are you talking about? She don't want him. And so she didn't want to explain. Like, we saw how she was overly concerned about the fact that she was going to introduce him to her friend that hates every ex of hers. Like,
Ari, I'm telling you, I'm gonna take it a step further. She can't live up to the standard of this man. She cannot live up to the standard of his man. I'm telling you, meeting her friends was eye-opening. Her friend was like, "Oh my God, finally somebody."
Well,
that's up to a certain standard. The mother was like, "Yes, cool. Yes, okay, yes, this is it. This is it." It's telling me a lot.
I do think that she realized once her friend said that he was out of her league, but I think only reason why I say I think that she didn't realize that was because she doesn't like him like that. So yeah, I think that does play a part, but in her mind it doesn't. At least not up until that point.
Right.
So that's why I'm harping on the fact that she don't like this man physically whatsoever.
Well, okay, let's have a real conversation here. Okay, when it comes to laws of attraction, sometimes it can be different. You know, we can, as a group, find someone where they're physically attractive person, but a person might not find that person attractive, right? Okay, this is when we get into the nitty gritty of things. Well, what about them that is unattractive to you? Okay, and this is where things get a little icky for some people, you know, because we do have different preferences with one another, right?
All I gotta say, Trey, if she trip and fall, Rania right there. I'm sorry, he gonna have a soft landing.
Yeah, she would pick her pieces real quick. Okay, this is what led me to the. I'm going around about way. This is what led me to the conclusion. Okay, when you look at Aaron, most women are going to find him attractive. Angelica is not stupid. She notices a good looking man. Okay, his looks is not for the issue. So it leads me to think, to your point, Ari, what is it about him that she's finding unattractive? It can't be his personality, because so far his personality has been stellar. You
It could
know,
be the
okay.
personality, though, Trey.
and
What
this
I
and
mean
this is
is, what I'm getting at is, if she doesn't like this type of personality, my thought is, okay, wait. So what types of personalities have you attracted or you attracted to? This is what led me to the friends conversation when she said, my friend has never liked any of my exes before. What is it about your exes that your friend didn't like? What's going on here? That led me to think, I'm like, oh no, she likes, she's purposely choosing certain looking men to, to put forth her own insecurities, make sure she's always superior, and they probably act like a-holes as well, to always look like she's the victim in most of her relationships. And this is going to be the first time where she is not the victim, and that's
Mm.
hard for some people to accept. It's hard.
and okay.
Ari.
So I think what I've been thinking is that you know how Sean always says medium ugly on Kojo's channel. That's what I've been thinking is that in her mind he is at best medium ugly, at worst I'm not gonna say it, but like I think you can kind of guess where I'm trying to go with that. Hopefully,
Now,
and
it could
so
be a preference. Maybe she likes the pretty
and when I say
boys.
medium ugly, I mean
Um,
medium ugly facially.
Gotcha.
all right.
Mm.
I
So
think she wishes he was medium ugly. I think
I
she
I said at
wishes.
best. I'm being generous with that. I said at best medium ugly. What I really mean is not medium ugly because
She
I'm trying to be.
wishes he was medium ugly. I'm telling you, she
I don't think she would give
wishes.
him a chance even if he was. That's my whole
Here,
problem.
And
here's the
I'm
thing.
saying, this is why I want to talk to the homegirl. What did her exes look like, and what were their personalities like? Ooh wee,
Oh,
ooh wee.
I definitely agree that the exes were definitely a holes, like you said. I
And
just,
it looked a certain type of way where she was obviously, and she looked better than them. Every last single one of them.
I don't know. That's where
In
I disagree
most
with you on that.
in
But
most relationships, we all, just plain as day in general terms. In most relationships, most people agree to the women always looks better than the man. We know it gets a little funny when the man looks better than the woman. All of a sudden, people, women as well, start asking questions. How did she pull him? We've seen couples like this before. It's out there. All of a sudden,
I
how did she pull him? How did this work? That's weird.
I think it's the competition of it all.
That too.
Again, whether it's I don't think it's necessarily his look. I think it's how she thinks she's going to measure up to the other women that will be competing for his attention.
She doesn't want to compete.
She
She
doesn't
does
want
not
to.
want to compete.
Right. So I don't think it's Aaron's look. She did say she's not attracted to him. Yes. So there is something about him. He's not her type. But I really think that it's the ladies, the other ladies, and I don't know how she thinks she measures up right now with the other ladies. But that is
I'm telling
Angelica and Aaron. We will round back to them when we're at the end to see whether the panelists agree whether they will even make it to the altar or if they will say yes at the altar. We'll do that at the end. Ari, do you want to pick the next couple for us, please?
uh, since I assume you want to kind of save Daniel and
We
Johanna
could go wherever you
last,
would like because we can
I'm
say
gonna go
we have
towards.
mixer couples too. So if you want to talk about a mixer situation with that couple, we could go there.
you. Show
I think
world.
we need to say. I think we need to save them for last. But I mean,
Okay.
this is your channel, so I'm gonna go in a different direction. I'm gonna say Aniela and um
Ibrahim.
Ibrahim. Yes, yes,
Now
yes.
we visit Ibrahim's flat, y'all. We go. Ibrahim had to move the whole toaster oven, microwave of it all. He had to make the bed. He had to fix the rug. He had to move things around. And what we do see is Ibrahim is most productive when he has a breakup. He made that whole dining table. And
Mm,
she had the nerve to say, if we divorce, you'll build a house?
yep,
Lady,
that was crazy.
uh-uh,
Why would you say that?
uh-uh. That's not.
Why
I
would you
did
say
do the math for y'all. It was a 3.5 hour drive from where they were in Stockholm to where he is off of a Great Lake. It's a beautiful location. If what I'm seeing on the internet is divine, but Ibrahim again, he's kind of like bucking a little bit because he doesn't want to go to Stockholm, even though he promised since the pods they would live in Stockholm. And someone told me that he can be a very good surgeon, have a good job in Stockholm. But again, we don't know what his career path is, but we do know he said he wants to be able to raise a family out in the country where he currently is. These two, I'm seeing a little bit of cracks because she's reminding him, we move into Stockholm. Ari, what were your thoughts on them this week?
Um, hmm. I don't really think I took too many notes on them outside of the whole. Um, I think that she might be doing a little too much with the. Well, I mean, I get he said I would go move to Stockholm, but at the end of the day, it's not her life that she's having to uproot, um, and all that, and I mean, I don't know anything about the what is it, music industry that she's part of, the A&R department. Is
Yes,
that what it
A&R
is?
for music and acts and stuff like that. So yeah, she would need to stay close to the big city.
Okay, okay.
But he knew this from the pods.
That is true. It's just that I mean, my whole middle ground is they can move halfway between the where he is currently in Stockholm, so that way it's not that much of a strain on either one of them, because at the end of the day, he has to make the burden. He has to or shoulder the burden of moving from some place that he's known for however many years he's been there, um and not only create like new friendships, but working relationship as well. I mean, that's a lot for anyone, even whether it's a man or a woman. So uh, that's why for me, I think they just need to do like a middle of the road, like hour and a half away from Stockholm, so that way it's not just him making the sacrifice or her making a sacrifice. Um, uh, but I mean,
Well,
that's
her and the
really
dog.
sure. I mean, plus, like, I mean, if they move a little bit further out, I mean, from Stockholm, she has more space to like walk her dog. So, I mean, that's a plus, I guess. I mean, I, but um, yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I think I've really had for them. So that's kind of why I wanted to go to them. But
Would
um,
you switch your ice cream with the significant other, Ari?
I don't tend to like to share my food in the first place. So
Thank you. We did.
I
We see
mean,
each other.
so I mean, I may take a bite of yours, but you better give mine the hell back, because I mean,
Here's
uh,
the other problem we have. She is a co-pilot controller. Watch out there. Watch out there. You're moving too close
uh
there. Don't take
Mm,
the corner so close. I was tired for Ibrahim by the time we got to our destination. And again, no wonder he kind of tunes out with her. Okay. But Trey, what you got on Ibrahim and Daniela?
the moving and the side seat driving is one thing. I'm gonna definitely get into the movie park. I got a little bit of smoke for Ibrahim for this. All of this comparison to comparison. when we started with them, when it was coming back off of that trip, Ibrahim said something that I found very concerning for Amelia, Annie, or whatnot, but also for him as well. But he hinted at or made the statement that he found her. He was either worried or he was either found her or found worrying that she was so opinionated. And he was hinting to the fact that she must have something happened behind the scenes. She said something to him that he found a little too critical, or was or the criticism was may have been disrespectful. And the fact that she did not disagree with the fact that she made the critical statement, but she backed off the point of maybe I shouldn't have made the critical statement, or it was a half apology for the critical statement. I was like, okay, what's going on here?
When
Something.
did she say that? Because I don't remember that
It
part.
was the last day when it was down in Greece, and
Yes.
it was one of the last days, and it was having a conversation. He looked bothered.
Yes.
Okay.
First, because
Okay.
it started when he was trying to have a conversation with her, and he has a tendency to look around,
Yeah, and yeah.
place, whatever. I think it's just a thing he does. It's just a nervous thing
Mm-hmm.
with him, especially when he gets serious. He starts looking around, and I guess he's getting his thoughts together. She had an issue with it. She's like, I don't like you looking around like that. Look at me in my face. He was like, okay. And he looked kind of standoff about it. I was like, I see both sides of this one right here. This probably should have been something y'all should have had. I will say, for Annie, I was like, you probably should have came a little softer with that issue, because you went at him hard with it. I don't like you looking at him like, whoa, hold on,
Yeah.
okay. And then the next day, something must have happened that evening before filming. She said something to him because he was bothered. And she started the conversation by saying, I guess you feel like I'm a little too opinionated on some things. And he was very tactful. He said, yeah, at times. I was like, something happened. She
Mm-hmm.
said something. It crossed the line with him. And he's trying to figure out how to approach it. Because it may not be something super serious, but it was enough to make him feel a certain type of way. I don't know what it was. I have no idea. But it was something. I said, ooh, that's a crack. Okay. Don't know what it is. You still don't know. I don't know if we're going to find out. But it told me
Right.
something. It told me something. I, bro, and this is where I have to start getting on EPM around. Like, bro, you know what? Maybe I won't get on too much. I just had a thought. I think there's an issue here that's proven. Okay. I do think Annie, and people do this, but I do think Annie may have misrepresented herself slightly in the past.
Mm.
Because I think Ibrahim met her representative and he was cool with that. Because I had to check myself. I went, well, Annie, I was just about to say, well, Annie was this way as soon as you met her. What are you talking about, bro? And then I stopped myself. I said, oh, no, she wasn't. She showed that side of herself when she was in the ladies' lounge,
Yes.
but never, at least from what we saw, never in the past when she was with Ibrahim.
She
Ever.
didn't push back on him.
Yeah, at all. Like she came across a certain type of way, almost demure to a certain sense. I was like, and I had to remember that. I was like, oh, ooh, oh. He met her representative. Now he's getting to know the real Annie, and it's not quite the same woman he thought she was. She's still there. He likes what he sees, but there's things happening that's making him go, huh?
Or maybe Trey, maybe it's finally a subject where she will share an opinion on. I mean, we didn't talk about it in the pods. She can't see his face when he's talking, looking all around. But I think these couples, since they're meeting each other for the first time, they should be talking more. Is this how you communicate? Is this how you look around? Not like, look at me when I'm speaking to you. It sounds like you're chastising a child.
Would be cool. But if it wasn't for you feel like I think you feel like I'm a little too opinionated on certain things. That's what made me pause. Go, okay, hold on. Something's up. They're not talking about it. Especially him. He's trying to be too tactful for
Right.
whatever it is. He's trying to be way too tactful for whatever it is. But something definitely bothered him. Definitely bothered him.
Mm.
So I don't know what that is. But fast forward into this whole movie situation, I guess. Now, I'm sorry that my brother Ibrahim, I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, I said this last me just watching this, bro. You're a desperate dude that just got with a city girl. Okay?
Oof, oof.
Okay?
Mm. Mm.
This is not a good match for you. It ain't happening, bro. You need to run. Okay? But the problem is he was not preview to everything that we saw. That's why I said he might have met her representative. Now he's getting to know the real her. And it's starting to click like, oh, okay. Huh. Because she's saying certain things in the latest lounge and to the ladies in certain situations that will probably give you pause. Like, hold on. But the issue with this movie situation, okay, I would be more lenient to Ibrahim of how he feels about this if it wasn't for something that he said to her in the beginning in the pods. Because she did bring up the fact that she has to stay in Stockholm. That was a non-negotiable for her. She was very straight up about that. Okay? It was Ibrahim that said he was willing to move to Stockholm. He said those words. Him alone. It wasn't coaxed out of him. He wasn't strong on. He said it. Now this is your word now. So now all of a sudden, all this back and forth, I understand it's a difficult choice, a difficult situation. I get it, bro. And this led to another thing. He told her he had a conversation with a co-worker. Told him that he met this lady. It seemed like the co-worker was happy at first. Oh, I'm so excited for you. I'm happy, blah, blah, blah. Until they brought up the fact that he may have to move. She asked, well, what did the co-worker say about it? He refused to answer.
Mm. Sure did.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And
What
then
was
he
said?
sidelined to what? He
I can't.
sidelined to, I want to raise my family out here.
Yes. What was said? What was said to him? What was going on? What did he say to the co-worker? Because a lot of this is predicated off of what you actually tell that person.
Well, let me shoot Ibrahim some bail, okay? Now we have been in Stockholm
Mhm.
and I'm looking around. And now that I've experienced Stockholm, I don't want to be here. I really don't want to be here, have a family, raise a family. Also, he's a surgeon in a smaller town. Who's to say if he isn't the head surgeon in that
Or close
small
to being
town?
so.
To
Close to being
now
so.
have to go to Stockholm and start from scratch. But
And he has
again,
availabilities. Sometimes.
right, he gonna have to take the graveyard shift because he the
Hey,
new surgeon in town. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that I don't know if they thought about it, but I'm just gonna give him the bail of maybe he's been in Stockholm now and he isn't working while they're filming this thing and he's going around to the hospitals having a look see and he's realizing this ain't for me.
yep.
And you know what I was just thinking of when Trey was talking? Um, I brought up the fact that he seemed a little icky when he was talking about the dozens of kids thing in the pods. because you're just he sounded like he was joking, but there's always truth in a joke. So I mean,
What's a large
and
family?
he was talking about how his name means father of many or whatever, or something along those lines. So maybe perhaps the conversation off camera had to do with the kids, and she was like, she maybe said something along the lines of, I want maybe one or two, but definitely not like a football team of kids like he wants.
We don't
Um,
know. It could
Well,
so
be.
I don't feel like it. That might be because that's more of a. It was the way I don't know the way it just came off. Whatever it said, it was critical of. It seemed like it was something critical of a belief or something somewhere, shape, or form.
Right, a belief or a behavior pattern of his. It seemed personal,
Something. Yeah, it's something
or it
personal.
was taken personal.
Yeah,
I mean, what's more personal than kids? I mean, not what's more personal, but what's pretty personal like kids? Like,
Well, it could
um,
be as we said. You talking all the way around, and you looking around while we're talking. Look at me, or it could be critical of, you know, your job versus my job, or it could just be when we get to Stockholm. She the only one that gonna be working for a bit. I mean, well, when you get here, you ain't gonna have a job. I mean, it could be.
so yeah,
no,
I mean,
it's something that struck a nerve.
Oh yeah.
And I don't feel like it had this necessarily to do with kids. It's something more personal, almost like it almost felt like it was something towards like a character flaw or something to his character almost.
Well, we know something happened, Trey, because they were distant at the mixer.
Yeah,
They weren't as buddy as they were at the first mixer, and Ibrahim did seem a little distant at the mixer. But it could be that he's trying to help everybody else. It could be. Okay? But let's move on to the next because we have a few issues. Trey, where would you like to go next?
oh no, my lady, it's your choice right now. It's your choice. It's the host's choice.
Okay, then we go in here. Lars, Eric, Rania, and Danette. Okay, Lars, Eric this week got to meet the lady in the red dress, Danette. Okay, Danette, you were looking fine, girl. You were looking good. That man was twisted when he realized the future he could have had with you, that y'all could have been praying together. Okay,
Mhm.
now Rania, I appreciated this week that she got to kind of the root of her issue per se, where she thinks the love bombing came from. She said her dad was always telling her how much he loved her, she's beautiful, she's great, and then all of a sudden he was gone. So again, she equates that the love bombing, of course, the person who says they love you so much can one day disappear. So I totally understand Rania now. I completely understand that part. She has to learn to trust, though. And Lars, Eric, I'm glad you're waking up to realize that you're probably becoming her therapist. And once she's healed and got herself together, she gonna move on to the next person. But his friend was right. Even though people, thank you, who are in my comment section from Sweden, tells me religion isn't such a big deal. Okay. Religion is, equating to how you're going to run your household, raise children, all of that stuff. It can be different. And I'm reminded of Amanda, and oh gosh, who was her husband in the first season of Sweden?
Sergio.
Sergio, thank you. Amanda and Sergio in the first season, it does work with them. She's very religious. He was not. So I don't know if Lars, Eric, and Rania can work it out that way, but his family is very religious, as was Amanda. So I'm holding out some hope, but I don't know, because Danette came in looking good and she
So
painted a
bad.
picture. And Lars,
Mm.
Eric is like, could have been
He's
me.
that
Could have
that
been me.
twinkle in his eye was diabolical too. God, I was like,
It
yo.
was. He was leaning forward, paying attention, feeding off of every word coming out of her mouth. Like
He
Annie wants,
was.
Ibrahim.
Oof,
He was there. He was
he
connected. And
He
when she
sounded like
walked
smiling.
in, what
he
took me,
sounded like a man stuck with his choice. That's what he
yes,
sounded.
Exactly.
yes. But when she walked in, he said, "Ay, ay, 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 ay," and I felt that. I felt it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt it. Ari, what you got to say about this situation? These three.
Yeah, she still don't like that man. She don't. She still don't fuck. Both her and Angelica, two of the women that I know, I will stand 10 toes down, saying that they are not physically attracted to their man. Um, I mean, and so yeah. I don't know if I got too many notes on them either. To be honest, I was like when she's talked about how her dad um was giving her all these beautiful compliments to her, and then next thing you know, he went out for Chinese food. I mean, not really Chinese food, obviously, but um, so sorry. I try not to laugh when you're over there making that face because it's not funny. It's not funny. Um, and then so um, that I felt really sad for her because I was like that is. I mean, I don't know when this happened, but I can maybe assume it was between the ages of like 5 and 11, maybe. Because it seems like that's a really deep core wound for hers. So, and I find that tends to be the time frame of when that tends to happen. So, at least from what I've kind of gathered with like other shows or whether fictional or not. Um, so yeah, I felt bad for her that she had to go through that. Um, and another one that needs to go to therapy, among other people. But because your partner shouldn't be your therapist. But yeah, there was the friends meeting, with her friends and then his sister, um, in what episode 7, and I don't know, I felt like again with both her and Angelica, they had to be talked into trying to work it out. I mean, yeah, you're supposed to kind of be willing to see the process through and all that, but I feel like I don't know, like it's pretty clear that they don't need like both her and Angelica really don't need to be with their partners. Um, I don't know. I mean, it just seems weird that um those two in particular seem to be the ones that had to be talked into outside of like maybe Camilla trying to be talked into either staying or talking to the people that they said yes to. So I don't know if that's I don't because if you I don't know because if you don't want me, don't stay with me. I mean, please, because I mean, in the long run, one or both of us can get resentful because of whatever issue that you have with me or I have with you, and we all know that a lot of people don't tend to communicate all that well. Case in point, with what as we'll talk about later, Daniel and Johanna, they don't communicate at all worth a dang, at least not effectively, because they're communicating, but they're not doing it very well. So, I mean, um,
Well, the man said he don't want to come home.
we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
He said
Um,
he don't. He said it's nicer now to come home. He said he didn't want to come home.
are you talking about Daniel? Because we're not on them yet.
No, Lars Eric.
When he say that?
Should
When he
be
say you
paying
don't want to
attention.
go? I swear. You're muted, by the way. If you're talking.
Sorry, I was talking to someone else in the room. He said it was a relief now he could, to it's more relaxing to come home. He
Hmm.
did, when he was
I
coming back
think
from the
I.
soccer.
Oh, he did. Okay. I didn't that I you know me and the 1.25, 1.5 times speed.
Y'all
Sometimes I
got to
mention
stop
it.
that.
So
I got stuck.
Oh no, I
uh,
watch it at 1.5. I just have the subtitles on too because if I
I
miss
had the
the
subtitles
hearing,
on.
I'll read it.
I had the subtitles on too. It's just that, uh, wow.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, Lars, Eric, get it together
Yeah,
too.
this is
Get it
payback
together.
for all y'all that were fawning all over Lars Eric. Trey, what you got to say?
I'm about to see
First
you.
things first. It's gonna lead into what I'm gonna talk about in a minute. There's a difference between this relationship and the relationship that we saw with Amanda and Giorgio. His name? Giorgio? Yeah.
Sergio.
Sergio. There's a
Sergio.
big difference. The difference being, I was thinking about them, and I do remember when they had conversations. They actually talked about, first their differences of her being a believer and him not, and they actually had conversations of how would they like to live their lives, how do they like to raise children. They had those
Hmm.
conversations,
Yep.
so they aligned on some way, shape, or form their value system, right?
Hmm.
This couple, we never saw any of that
Nope.
ever.
It was all fun and games.
This is the problem. This leads me to saying this: when they first got started, I don't think in this particular couple, I don't think there's an actual attraction issue. That's not the real issue. But Rosa did not get the ick until she felt like he was love bombing her when she read that letter. Before that point, she seemed happy. She was fine. As soon as she read that letter and she felt the love bombing, which was due to her own toxic history and drama and trauma that she was dealing with from her father to other relationships she had, just had nothing to do with him. That's when she had the ick. And it's been a continuous thing going forward. And it only exasperated when she got in the room with her friends and his friends, and one of the friends, I think it was his, was that
That was his sister.
his sister,
Yeah, his sister and her
as
two friends.
she pointed it out, something that they should have talked about in the past. It ain't just about being a non-believer, this and that third. The reason why it's so important about this whole idea of being unequal yoke is, where do your value systems align? Okay, how do you want to raise family? How do you want to raise kids? How do you want to distribute kids? All of that goes into that. Okay, and it's something that Rosa didn't really think about, that forced her to think about it in that moment, which only kind of deepened her issues with the whole situation. But it was the first time Lawrence Eric had to be like, ooh, I didn't really get into that with her. And he admitted that. We never really got into all of that. That's something we need to get into. Bro, that's half the problem. That's something you should have been got into. But they tried to, to make at least the relationship go easier, at least harken back to at least having a good time with one another. If you notice, that's what they fell back on.
Hmm.
Just trying to have a good time with one another, laugh and talk. And it did look better for a time. It did look a little better. They were laughing, they were talking, making jokes. That's why he made that statement. It was nice to come home and feel better, come home, this, that, third. But it's a band-aid. It still doesn't cover
Right.
over the fact that y'all need to have some deeper conversations that you been should have had, at least some guidelines. It's really what the pause is for. Some guidelines. But this also goes to the mixer when he had a conversation with the netter. Which, hold on, sidebar. Listen, hold on. What was up with, as soon as the people come in, they immediately split off and go have the hard conversation. You wanna go talk? Hey, let's go talk. You wanna wait around? No, no, let's. I was like, what's going on here?
Because I want to enjoy the evening. I don't want to talk to you all day. I don't want to wait till production tells me to talk to you. If I get this out the way now, I could have fun, Kiki, with my girls.
I
There you
feel
go.
you, but I'm the opposite. I am not going to enjoy my evening if we go and talk right off the bat,
Oh,
especially
I
in these
will.
particular situations.
Oh, I will
No,
because I
no, no.
came in this
If
red dress
Wait a
and
minute,
I came
no,
to
no, no,
show
no,
you
no.
what you missed. I'm
No,
gonna
no, no,
enjoy
no,
my
no,
evening.
no, 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 no. If you're Emily, yes, that's true. If you're Emily, that's the type of energy Emily came on. The Netta was a little different. If you notice that whole conversation with Louis, and this just shouldn't happen with him, it happened with other couples too. Why in the world were they were beating around the bush of telling Danetta that yeah, things ain't really going right? He was beating around the bush. Danetta was poking at it. She was the one poking at it. Well, you made your choice, and I'm very happy with it. He just kind of, oh,
Well,
no,
she wasn't wrong. She's like, you made
your
your choice.
no, no, no,
Like,
no,
what you
no,
want?
no, 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 no. Take what she said and listen to the tone in which she said it. When she realized that the door could have possibly left open, her demeanor changed.
Yes.
Oh, oh,
Yes.
huh,
Is that so?
is that so?
Shout out Aaron.
Yes, is that so? Huh, okay, if this don't work out, hey, holla at your boy, holla at your girl. That's what that's the energy it was giving off.
Somebody said, go back. Simplistic Grace came. Go back and beg Danette on all fours like Zach did to Bliss.
Technically, that's almost what it was giving. You notice how he was acting with her? I was like, bro,
Well, I mean,
what you he was trying to he was halfway trying to say, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. It was a bad choice. But I made this choice, so I gotta kind of see it through.
But we are religious people, so I know you'll forgive me and take me back.
I'm telling you. And she didn't deny it either.
But here's the thing. It would be a good take back because we know he celibate. I mean, come on now.
See,
I'm
this
gonna
leads
have
me
to
back to
like.
what I said from the get-go. I don't understand why he chose Roger in the first place. It made no sense.
They had fun. It was lighthearted. He didn't feel the religious pressure, in my opinion. But
forget your fun. Okay?
he didn't feel pressure with Rania like he did Danette because Danette was asking him those questions. How are we going to raise a family?
Yes.
How is this going to look? How
Yes.
she was trying to build a picture based on what he said, and he just wanted someone not to be pressuring him. But guess what? The pressure is exactly what you needed. She's there to find a husband, not a playmate.
And he didn't realize that until his sister laid it out for him.
Exactly.
Right.
He went, daggone it. Yeah, this is the problem. This ain't gonna work. It was at that moment when it was kind of funny. Raja took it as, oh wow, yeah, you're right. We didn't think about that. You know, that's something we'll have to get into, whatever, you know. But all of a sudden, it seemed like there was a click for her because then she kind of switched gears and tried to get back cool with him and try to, you know, at least just try to have fun again, blah, blah, blah. Lazaric, when his sister said that, it seems like something clicked in his head. Yeah, we didn't do that. Oh, man, this ain't going to work. Dang. And then here comes the net. Ooh, yeah, that was the obvious choice. Dang. I can't come right out and say that to her because that'd be disrespectful to Raja because I'm in a relationship with her. So how do I handle this? So that's why they was talking innuendos all around the bush, but the net was actually picking it up, which surprised me. She picked up what he was saying. Because that's when her tone switched. She went, oh. So it's not going that way. Oh. Huh. The whole tone switch, it just went, oh, okay.
Is that so? Is that right?
Is that right? Might be some funny business down the line here.
Better not, because I swear, I mean, y'all know how I hate.
Love.
You know how I hate the whole spinning the block BS. Like, I know she's gonna fall for it. But like, I still don't like the whole spinning the block thing. I mean,
well, technically, it's not spinning the block. They never were together.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Technically, it's not spinning the block. They never were together. These pods are just interview situations. Okay, first off, this is one thing we keep coming to every daggone year in one shape, way, or form. These pods where everybody are dating everyone, they're just dating. They are interviews. Interviews for possible relationships. The problem comes in where some people treat them like, oh, we was in a whole behind relationship where you know this person's dating him, her, him, and all this is going on at the same time. It's not a relationship. It's an interview for a possible relationship later on.
Well, he in the long run, there's no coming back trying to get back with trying to be in that relationship and trying to because the first person didn't work out.
You proposed to a
The second
whole other
choice.
woman.
Their second choice
True.
is my whole point. So I'm like,
Everyone's a second choice.
Yeah, everybody's everybody ain't the first choice
in life.
Yes, technically.
Unless I'm your first boyfriend, unless I'm the first man you've ever talked to, been with, whatever, I understand that I am a second choice coming into your life. You just
even then, Trey, you're second.
A lot of people don't know that though.
Second.
A lot of people don't know that though. A lot of people don't know that.
Well, then you're third.
So,
a lot
of people don't know that they're second choice. The only reason why we know about it is because it's on international television.
Yeah, but you know, with all of that, I remember what one interview had said, or one person had said that production told them, just because somebody's your top today doesn't mean they'll be your top tomorrow. Again, unless it's now, you know, now I would equate your first choice is the person that you propose to, and the other person is your second choice. I would certainly like to know who else he dated, because y'all know coming down to the end, they date 3 people. Mm-hmm. I would like to know who else was in the running with Lars Eric that he even thought was an option. Though Danette is your slip of the tongue that made Rania step up and put her claws in. Mm-hmm. Again, this is why I keep telling y'all don't be sharing names in the pods. It was working.
Yes.
That
was on the net.
Said the name.
That was on the net.
Yes. I was like, damn, girl. I was like, girl, you done effed up now. I was like,
oh. Roger played the game. Roger played the game. Annie played the game. Yes. Emily played the game.
Angelica played the game.
Yes. They played the game. Okay. Yeah.
But other than that, you know, I have no problem if they find their way to another person in the pod and find love and go on, then, you know, the pods did what they're supposed to do, bring you to the love that you wouldn't have found otherwise. But I just got to say, it just was looking real suspect with that because
she was when she walked in. I was like, Deanna, what are you wearing red for? What the heck are you doing? You supposed to be holy and sanctified. You wearing red?
What do you mean? You can't be covered in the blood, Trey.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
Covered in the blood.
Don't do that. We ain't watching a vampire movie. Stop it. Okay? Stop it. Okay? Stop. That was like, I was like, oh. I had to go, okay.
See, Trey gonna start to learn Swedish and
listen,
and go over there.
I looked up some words. Let me go. So that okay.
Right, Christine. Danette understood the assignment, right? Mm-hmm. She understood the assignment. That periwinkle coat did it. It did it.
Got rewarded for her assignment. If you noticed.
Yes, we all noticed
for her assignment. Because she's like, oh, you telling me I can actually win in the end?
Right.
Is that right?
Flag on the play.
That's so.
Okay, Trey. Who's next?
You
diverted to me. I put it back in your court.
I got a little soapbox. It bothered me. Okay.
Oh no.
We got to talk about Ludwig and Camilla. This whole
they all 3 are together. Yeah, Ludwig, Camilla, and Hannah. Y'all, Ludwig said we broke up, and they still came to the mixer And the whole group decided, Camilla, maybe it's too fast. Maybe he's changed his mind. Talk, talk, talk to all the other men, and had Camilla going over there. You still want to break up, or we could be together? And Ludwig said, do I need to tell you one more again why
Yeah.
this ain't gonna work? One more again. And she had to go stepping backpedaling because the whole group gassed her up. But now Ludwig at the engagement reception, because he's a single man now, he's not engaged, told Hannah he was curious about her, and Hannah is like, I'm curious about you too. We shall
Mm.
see where this goes. But Trey, talk about your trio right here.
The idiot with the city girl and the girl that want to get chosen.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Let me mute
Wow.
myself.
I felt gaslit. Okay. I felt gaslit watching this whole debacle. Okay. Let me tell you specifically why I felt gaslit. Okay. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Why all of a sudden is Camilla running around here talking about, oh no, I didn't want to not show affection. I just was just not ready. It could have been something. He just could have waited. And no, but I was like, hold on, wait a minute, hold on. I was like, am I not remembering what happened in those first 4 episodes? Am I going crazy? Because, hold on. The whole time, I told y'all, this boy's an idiot. Okay, he's a dummy. And he is. He's an idiot. He doesn't know how to word his frustrations in a manner where it could be fully understood without it sounding like something a 14-year-old boy would say to a girl. Okay? He doesn't know. He's deficient in this area. Him and his other homeboy, we get to later on. But he was very clear to me in those first few episodes with Camilla. He said, hey, I'm a physical guy. He wasn't saying that he needed to have, intercourse, any of that such. He was like, can I just get some affection from you? Can I hold your hand? Whenever I try to come and touch you, hold your hand, whatever, you would buff me. That seems like a projection. And we saw her. That's why I had to put it, hold on. When he brought this, it was after that whole Mitsa situation, and he was trying to talk to her and tell her his feelings on it. It's like, hey, I feel like, when I'm just asking, can we improve our intimacy? Something, I just feel like you're cold to me, blah, blah, blah. What did she do? She got up, grabbed her seat, moved it further away from him, sat down, and created more space. Okay? So why all of a sudden we come to this Mitzer and she out here trying to tell us, oh no, I actually liked him. I actually want connection with him. It's just that it takes me a little time to build up, that whole situation. I'm like, oh, wait, what's happening? Am I going crazy? What's going on here? What's going on here? And she was purposely telling from her side of things. She was trying to tell her version of the story like he didn't give her a chance. What?
Yeah, that was diabolical.
I was like, hold up.
Some folks in the comments were thinking he was pressuring her for intimacy in the comments of the videos. And I had to say, I kept on saying, with the way these ladies are, Ludwig would have been roasted if it was for pressuring her for physical intimacy between the sheets. He would have been strung up by both the men and the women because both parties don't play that. So yes, it was affection, and affection can show itself in different ways, and Camilla didn't want to hear it.
Yes. And to me, he was very clear about that. He specifically said, "I'm not looking to be physical with you. I'm just looking for affection and intimacy." That's what he meant by intimacy. That's what intimacy is. Showing affection. The reason, and I wanted to bring this up this week, the reason why he said this, okay, there was a reason why it turned into a whole situation when he brought up the example of Joanna and Daniel, right? They both agreed that they were kind of in the same position. Daniel went on a whole tangent, kind of being ridiculous, but to me, no one caught what was actually happening. The cameras did, the producers did, because they decided to show you what happened. When Daniel went off on his little tangent, was like, "Oh my God, this feels so bad. I'm crying, this and that, third." Now Joanna admitted, said, "Yeah, we haven't had intercourses," and I was like, "No, that's not what he's saying. That's not what he's saying." The producers knew. They showed us, and they zoomed in on it. I was like, "Oh, they ain't slick." They zoomed in on it. When Joanna walked up to Daniel to console him, she showed him comfort. She showed him care. She allowed him to hold her at the small of her waist. They zoomed in on that. She had her arm on his shoulder, rubbing the back of his head and wiping away his tears. She showed him affection and intimacy. That was the difference. That is what Ludwig was talking about. He wasn't getting that from Camilla. That's what he was trying to say. And he was acting all ridiculous because he was like, "Why y'all are not getting what I'm trying to say?" It's exactly what Joanna is doing to Daniel. Just look at them. I know they're not intimate. I know they haven't gotten, physically intimate yet. But she's still showing him affection and care and intimacy. That's the big difference when we coming to these situations with now. And that's what he was trying to say he wasn't getting from her. And he wasn't at all.
Yeah. He was just begging.
Outside of that first meeting,
Mm-hmm.
outside of that first meeting when I saw her face, she wasn't feeling him like that. Now, or you can say this now, she wasn't feeling that guy. She was not feeling him physically at all.
Not at all.
You know?
I feel like a lot of these women don't feel their men like that.
It was turn off. But this whole flip around to make it seem like he didn't give her time. He gave you days. Y'all were down in Greece for days. You didn't want to be around this man, and he felt it. And he spoke up about it.
And it don't take days for that, Trey. We know when someone don't want us to even hold their hand. We know when they're repulsed by us in the moment.
It was ridiculous. And this little boy crying. I mean that little boy. And this little boy crying. And you can tell he really wanted to cry. He never cried before. He's like, "This is stupid." That's why he was acting like a petulant child. This is stupid. And like, just hold my hand. Just hold my hand.
Why am I crying over this woman?
Yeah. It was like, well, this is dumb. He feels dumb because it is dumb. It doesn't realize she just don't like you, but she got to make sure she make herself look good. That's why this whole turnaround happened during the midst. She realized, "Ooh, I may look bad in this. I got to fix this." Because you notice, I think she was the one that has been contacting Ludwig behind the scenes because they alluded to this. They have been talking. He's a little confused by it. He's a little confused. He's like, "Yeah, we've been talking about it." I'm just like, I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what to make of this.
Clean up an aisle too.
You know what I'm saying? He knows, he feels, he doesn't have the confidence. You know what? Let me not use the phrase. I gotta use that. I gotta say that for game. Sorry. He doesn't have the discernment, or he has yet. He's still too young enough to have the discernment to fully realize that he's getting played by another city girl. He feels it happening, but he can't compute it yet because it's probably never really happened to him in this magnitude. Because he
probably never ever. Right.
Now, re-enter Hannah in the chat. Hannah shows up. I understand his not getting this, but eagerness. He got to see what's up with this. Oh, I got to see Hannah. Okay, I got to talk to Hannah. See what's going on here. First, I got to see her, and then
Because
I
he's
got to talk to
leaving
her.
here with something. Like he's gonna leave here with
I'm
something.
leaving.
So
Hey, cue up Denzel. I'm leaving with something. Okay, I'm leaving here with something. And Hannah, she, it was the same situation if you notice with Lost Eric. He was beating around the daggone bush, which I didn't understand why until it dawned on me.
right.
It dawned on me. I was like, bro, why you beating around the bush? You broke up with her. You broke it off. Oh yeah, she's been coming around again. So and she's been calling. So he's a little unsure about this.
Yeah, see, I
He's a
think
little
that's why I
unsure.
clocked it. Or I clocked it with him because I was like, because like it was clear he like I mean both of the men turned down each woman, but it was more obvious because it's like yeah, it seemed more obvious to me with him, so that's why I
They've
thought
been
I was like,
having conversations, so it's making him think, okay, wait, could this be something? Maybe I'm tripping, but no, I still feel this type of way. Something's off. That's going on his mind. Something's off about this. This is
She's
crazy.
trying to clean it up before the mixer.
Exactly.
She don't want him going in there full throttle.
Exactly. Because he
And
could
then she
have.
don't want to lose to Hannah because she know Hannah coming.
And Hannah, listen, Hannah was a lot more than Daniela. Hannah was like, hey, come on over here, baby boy. Come here, baby boy. Come on over.
come
We
hither,
good.
come
As
hither.
soon as Hannah put together that they ain't really together, she went, oh yeah?
They ain't
Oh
even really
yeah?
hold hands.
Oh
Oh,
yeah?
so that means they weren't kissy facing. So, oh yeah, you could come over here.
It was the first thing she did. Y'all caught that? She held his hand.
Yes, a diabolical trait. I said, Hannah, you
And the
are playing
camera
the innocent game. I was like,
and
Hannah knows.
the producers diabolical too because they zoomed in on it. The first thing when they were sitting at that table and he was saying, yeah, it was a lack of physical connection or whatever, and it was, he's like, and he's like, I just, wanted your hand hold something, whatever. What did she do? She
Grab his
held
hand.
his hand.
She grabbed the hand.
She held his hand.
The man ain't been touched in weeks.
Man, and he straight up shut up. You saw he just went, oh, no.
Another man melted. Man down. After Lars Eric, next person pick up the spill. Man down. Ludwig is down.
I thought Ludwig was about to pull a Fabian sliding down off that bitch chair on his knees. What? I was like, oh, that was. I thought I was going to do a slow clap, and then I was like, nah, wait a minute. That was diabolical, Hannah. Hold on. She held his hand and gave him the affection. It's a small act. That's the funny thing about it. It's just a small act. Gave him the affection that he needed in the moment.
This is what you've been missing.
I will always hold your hand, baby. What? What? Man, Ludwig was talking. He was talking. He was just like, yeah.
It ended him. It ended him. Finish him.
His hand did he did a shudder. I was like, yo, this is wild. And then they cut to Camilla side-eyeing from the ordering across. She was ordering across the courtyard. She side-eyed the whole conversation.
I'll just be over here by the food.
Drinking her champagne, side-eyeing the whole conversation. She was looking at them.
I'm sorry, Ari. Are we doing too much?
No, do it. No, keep going because I had nothing to say with them. So keep going.
Because you don't like them. You got to pay attention, Ari. Catch the nuances. This is crazy.
I don't care about them. They broke up. Why do I care?
Did they? That's the problem. Did they? It looks like they did. But now Camilla is calling Ludwig all behind the scenes, having conversations.
She don't want that man.
They childish.
She just don't want to lose.
They're childish, and I don't really mess with childish people like that. So that's why I didn't care. But,
okay.
I hate to say this. A lot of people do this, especially women. I gotta say it. She doesn't want to lose, and she doesn't want to be broken up unless it's on her terms.
Right.
Because
She
if you look
never
at
had a
Luke,
relationship. She
true,
don't know how to
Well, that's
behave.
because
true,
she made
but
it so that she wasn't in a relationship.
she still has to feel like she's the one that ended things on her terms. It got to be on her terms.
Yeah, just like being in a relationship, it has to be on her terms.
Yes,
Like what?
city girls cannot take an L on her watch. Okay,
Ooh, 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 okay.
I think Anna told her that in the background. If you know what? If you think about it, when they had that whole conversation, it seemed like when Hannah went on this redemption tour of he didn't give it a chance. If you notice, Anna was sitting right beside her and was fomenting the conversation. City girls up, city girls up. She's like, girl, you messing up. You got to clean this. You got to clean this thing up, girl. Okay, you can't have him play in your face. Not him.
Not that one.
Yeah, not that one. It got to be on your terms. Not that one. It's crazy. I was like, this is crazy work.
It is wild. It is definitely wild. What's going on with just the hand holding, and that's why it's like when someone tells you what they need, listen to them, and then dig deeper to find out. Well, what does this mean for you? Okay, what does this mean for you? What is physical affection? What is it? What it is not, Camilla, is moving your chair further away from this man. Welcome in, Alicia. I guess this is your first time here. Welcome on in. Camilla didn't want to leave the show. I do agree with that. I
Yeah.
think Camilla wanted to stay on the show because she's the one that was begging. And here's the other reason why I said that. And Trey, you're going to be diabolical with me, I hope. Remember when Joanna said, we're not affectionate either? And Camilla's tears dried up and she's like, really? And your relationship is the one that he admires the most and wants us to emulate? Really? And I felt like she was filing that away to use against him later.
Exactly.
Look what happened. And she did. She's like, well, Daniel and Joanna ain't. And he's like, I don't believe it. I don't believe Daniel. What he say? He probably just saying that to make us feel better.
Exactly. Because
I was like,
the tots, I ain't gonna lie, for a split moment, my thought was, he ain't lying. I don't believe him either. And then
right.
they showed us, they actually showed us Joanna being affectionate to Daniel.
Yes.
So he wasn't wrong. I was like,
he wasn't wrong.
He wasn't wrong. I was like, okay, nah, it's all cap. They trying to sell us on some cap.
Joanna, we saw it right there. Joanna, when Daniel was moved by the whole breakup between Ludwig and Camilla, and he said, Joanna, could we go talk? I'm really broken up about it. She was rubbing his back, talking to him nicely.
On the shoulder. She did the arm, wipe tears from the side on him. I'm like, yo.
Right. And that's what Ludwig is talking about. And I think there were both having two different conversations. Exactly. I think Ludwig is talking about rubbing my back, holding my hand, just standing enough next to me for physical touch. And Camilla may be talking physical, rolling around between the sheets.
Intercourse,
right. And it's like
they kept the way they was worded things. They kept making it seem like he was talking about intercourse, and that's why he kept getting frustrated. Like, no, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. I just want affection. That's why I say he's an idiot. He doesn't have the discernment or the vocabulary to put it together. I mean this. He does not have the vocabulary to put it together effectively. I understood what he was trying to say.
Right.
I caught it. But the way he was trying to put out, it can't. No, I'm sorry. This not. No, his brain cells are limited. Okay, I'm sorry.
We know he told us his diagnosis. He told us. He told us his diagnosis.
I even forgot about that. My bad. But nah, bro. Nah. But I understand that, and I take that into consideration.
Right,
so that's why I was like, I get it. But
I think he's misunderstood, and there's several people, and when we get to that couple, misunderstanding is definitely big and bold in the dictionary. And I think that's why I think he was effective in some way, because if it was only about intimacy and sleeping together, they would have roasted him for trying to pressure her, for
Mm-hmm.
physical affection in that way. I think when people understood it's about holding hands and it's about rubbing my back and being considerate, I think they said, yeah,
And that's when
we
Camilla did the
understand.
switch. And that's when Camilla did the switch.
He even
Now all
said,
of a
should I
sudden,
explain it to you again? That was
that
diabolical. That's
was
when
funny.
you knew
That
he
was
was
funny.
done.
Yeah, that's right. I was like, ooh, he mad at that point. Oh,
Oh, you
like
want to do this
I get
again?
that
Should I
though.
explain?
Because I feel like I have to say that all the time myself. Like, do I have to say that again to you? Because it's like, what am I have like? How much clearer can I say it? Like,
No,
what?
she understood it the first time. The
Yeah,
problem is
exactly.
she realized she's looking bad out of the situation. So, like Elsa said, clean up on aisle two. Okay? I got to do damage control. You ain't going to have me out here looking crazy. City girls up for life. You ain't going to do that. And he had her looking a little crazy for a second. He was like, no. He said no to her. Okay?
Trey
That's
gets
a
me with the
no-no.
city girls.
This city, that's how she's acting. What I'm going to
You got
That's
me with the city
exactly
girl.
how she's acting.
You
It's
always
crazy.
have me laughing when you say city girls up. Always. Okay. Okay. Next up, which one do you want to do? Ari, we
Mm.
got the Fabian Ellen came back together, and we got the Daniel and his debacle.
Now let's get sad.
Ellen,
She go.
Ellen, sis, come to the front.
Ellen
Yeah.
Cause
and Fabian. Ellen gonna come to the front too with Daniel. But Ellen, Ellen came through. Fabian came through first, y'all. He's still looking sad, still looking like, he somebody, took his pet. But
Still
here's the
suck.
thing. Somebody broke his heart. Aaron ain't buying what, Ellen was selling. Aaron ain't buying what Ellen was selling. Because not only did she tell, we find out from Fabian, not only did she say that this is too fast, she's not ready to date anyone right now, and she ain't gonna be ready anytime in the future. It sounded like, don't even ask me out. I don't ever want to see you again. Get out my face. That's what it sounded like to me. What did it sound like to you, Ari?
I think she a whole lie. Cause I don't know about any of y'all, but I was wholeheartedly expecting her to come walking through that engagement party with some dude on her arm, and half of me is still expecting her to have a new boo thing, but she just didn't show up with him because she know it would make her look bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, I don't believe for a second that she did. She has not been at least out on some dates. I don't believe
Mm-hmm.
that for a second at all, like whatsoever. So I mean, Ellen girl, I don't know what you need to do, like what's going on in your past, because it seems like everybody got something going on in their past. I mean, I know it does, like people tend to do have stuff in their past, but it seems like this season has pretty bad stuff, like trauma-ish stuff in their past, and that they need to sort out before they get into a relationship. And it seems like I, I don't know what I mean. Maybe some one of y'all seeing something that I'm not, like what it could possibly be, because I don't know. I can't even take a guess. But ugh,
I think she was a little too chipper.
what do you mean?
She was,
I could have.
Oh well, yeah. I mean,
I
wait a
got
that's
minute.
why. That's why I don't
that
think that she's. That's why I don't. That's why I don't believe that she just does not want to date. Because like, what the hell are you so tripping for? Like, if you're
I got
so
a
down
feel
and
for her.
out, like, why? Why are you being all that extra for? Like, if you're really not that like. Anyways,
And I hope it's editing. Trey, I hope it's editing that didn't show the apology like, hey, I'm sorry things ended the way it did from Ellen. I'm hoping
But no
that
apology.
editing cut that out.
But no
she ain't gonna
apology.
apologize.
No apology. What you mean? She, let me tell you. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Ari. Were you done? I think you have more. You good?
Um. Yeah, I think I'm done. Yeah.
Hey, I
Go
thought she
ahead.
was done when she said, I don't know if I saw anything more
No.
what
Hey,
y'all saw.
hey. I was raised as a gentleman. You have to ask the lady when she done with her point. Okay, all right. Let me be a gentleman, Elsie. I was raised right.
And I was not raised to be a gentleman.
You're right. So let me be the gentleman and treat y'all with respect. Thank you, ma'am. Now, now, Fabian is going to be sliding our walls until 2028. He's going to be like this. I'm telling you, it's going to be bad. I feel so, oh God, I feel so bad. He's going to be sliding down this wall until 2028. Main reason, we ain't letting this go until 2028. I'm telling you, it's going to be, this is bad. This is going down in the history books, okay? This is going down. They're going to break this up 10 years. They're going to do another 20-year special for the international. They're going to do the 10-year for the international, and it's going to have Fabian. Oh, yeah, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad.
Trey, thank you for that, because next week I have a top 10 saddest, heartbreaking breakups on Love is Blind history, and they're on this list. So it'll be up next week, that video.
Better be number one. It better be number one, close to it. Oh, this is going to be his face. Oh my God, man. He's also a glutton for punishment. Okay, you know why? His energy at first when Ellen did show up. At first, Aaron asked him. Well, Aaron and Ibrahim asked him, "Are you sure you want to go out there? You sure you want to face up? You don't have to." He was like, at first he had some weird energy. Like, "Nah, I don't want to talk to her." He's like, "Okay, yes, Fabian, keep the energy. This is what you need to get over this." Then he went, I might as well. Let me just go see. I was like, "Oh no, bro, you ain't. Oh God, this is gonna go bad."
That maybe he was trying to stunt on her or something and be like, "See, you ain't
He doesn't have the stunting bone in him. That's the problem.
I know, but I think that's what he was trying to do. Unfortunately,
it ain't in him. This. If you notice, this. I said this last week. If you notice how Aaron and Ibrahim, especially Aaron, was coming to Fabian's rescue. Mm-hmm. He is the guy in the group that we know he's the good guy, but he might be the little bit of a pushover as well. We try to protect him. They were in protection mode for this man. Okay? Mm-hmm. Especially Aaron. He was like, "I don't like this shit." He was saying he had other thoughts in his mind, but he was raised as a gentleman. So he was like, "Man, F that shit. For real, for real." Yeah. The long way. Okay? Like, now, switch to Emily. Now, this is going to go to your point, Elsie. You made about Emily.
Ellen. You keep calling her Emily.
I know. I still got fast for her, too. I see some similarities. But anyway, now, Ellen. The reason why Ellen came in all chipper, she did not know the climate or atmosphere that's actually been built up around her breakup with Fabian. Not until she got there. She thought she was coming to a situation where, it's all good, whatever. Because from her standpoint, her and Fabian had it was a hard breakup, but it was cool. They left on great terms. She didn't see the crying on his knees afterwards. She was out of there. So she don't know. She don't know. She gone. So when she's coming into this, she don't know that, you might be public enemy number one. Even the women are not sure if they should still mess with you or not. That was the key point. When she realized the ladies was looking at her kind of sideways, like, "Hey, Ellen, the sisterhood." I'm gonna bring out my inner Eastern here. The sisterhood was unsure if they should have her back. You could tell they wanted to, but they was a little unsure. Like, this is looking hot because our men are hot. I don't know if we should go against our men on this. And we like Fabian. He looks sad. It's bad. Ooh, Ellen, girl, you just don't know. If you notice, when Ellen finally figured out what was happening, what was going on, her demeanor changed somewhat. Her smile just got wood. Her smile became wooden. She went,
She looked
Okay.
like she didn't want to talk to him. When they were done talking,
She didn't.
well, first of all, she tried to create the narrative while they were talking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was, I was also trying to make the best of things. And yeah, it was also hard for me. Oh,
Right,
it was very, very much rewriting history.
right, right, right.
And then when they parted, I don't know, Trey, if you picked up on this,
Mm-hmm.
when they were done speaking and they parted, she gave this look like, thank the Lord I ain't got to speak to him anymore. Or thank the
Exactly.
Lord that's over. It was like,
Yeah. Well,
like
that's
how
done
dare
with.
he question me?
Yeah, that's done with. I gotta smooth things over. I smooth it over. Okay, I'm done. I'm out. Again. She went out of there.
He was trying to be nicer. He's like, "Are you okay?
She's
Your
trying.
gown, your dress, is everything okay?" Well, I had a
That's a long
malfunction.
dress. That's a long
Yeah,
dress. Like what, bro?
had a little malfunction on the way in.
He he. It almost seemed like he halfway had the right energy about it. He should have been. I hate to talk like this, but he should have been standoffish. But the moment he saw her, he fell
He
immediately
folded.
back in. He fell
Folded.
immediately back into, oh God, I actually like this woman. Oh, I wanted her. Oh, it was pathetic. It was pathetic.
Folded like a lawn chair. Like, ugh. Making me, like,
But
not feel bad for him. I'm like, ugh,
but it
stop
was
it.
so weird that also she clocked the fact that if you notice, she was halfway rebuffing Daniel at the same time. Because when she realized she's probably enemy on one, and here come Daniel talking all his mess, she went, "Oh no, I can't fool with you, because I have a situation going on over here. It's good. You ain't gonna do nothing but make me look worse. Yeah, I'm not engaged. This is the first time we see her not really engaged with Daniel with his foolishness.
Uh, we gonna dissect that over there because I
Okay.
saw it differently.
Oh, I would love to hear it. I just saw to me, it was just a moment. At first, she was talking to him, but when Daniel was trying to put down that, hey, I'm having issues. If you notice, this was the midst of issues, and leaving the door
Uh,
open. When Daniel tried to put down, he had
we
issues leaving the door open.
Trey. Tr- okay, Trey, we can
She
go there.
peeked at the door and kind of walked away a little bit.
We can go there because here's the thing. Daniel was fishing. Daniel
Yeah, it
said,
was.
things aren't that great, how, and then she kind of pulled back and said, well,
Mm-hmm.
how are, before we go there, that's what she said. Before we go there, how are things with y'all? Oh, I
Mm,
still want to get married to Joanna. It's looked like her face kind of fell.
yeah,
Like, oh, I thought you were teeing me up to think about the possibility, but no, okay, so I got to step back. She seemed
Daniel,
elated and then deflated.
because Daniel shot his own self in the foot in that moment. He shot his own self in the foot. Instead of playing it off like every other thing, like Lost Eric did and like Ludwig did, he I'm gonna use this word. I was gonna use it for Ludwig, but it's really Daniel. Daniel has a severe case of cognitive dissonance. Because Lord have
Mm-hmm.
mercy. Okay? Woo! Okay? Something is not.
Daniel said, you were my number one for every day in the pods.
She
You were
was.
wonderful in the pods. You are wonderful outside the pods. And
Mm,
I'm just thinking, what did I base my decision on?
mm,
She's an interesting woman, but it
mm,
feels like this has been the biggest mistake.
mm. And
What
then she
woman will
asked the
not think
question.
you ain't throwing a line to catch her?
But then she asked, like you said, she asked the question, right?
Before
Before we get into
answering,
that,
what is all this like?
hmm and then what happened? If you notice what the cameras do, Joanna came around the corner. Joanna came around the corner. Daniel saw her. He saw her. And he immediately shot himself in the foot with, oh, no, I'm still willing to get married. Yeah.
I still want to get married. We have issues. Sometimes it's hard, but we're
Mm-hmm.
getting there. But you
Yeah.
are sweet, Ellen.
Mm-hmm. Joanna
He
came
was
around the corner.
he was trying to cast a net or a line just in case Johanna doesn't want to stick it out. Like he
But Joanna
and
came around the corner.
but honestly, Like since we own them, he's trying every which way to get Johanna to dump him
Yeah, he don't
because
look like the bad guy.
Of course.
exactly
What part of me
because
disappearing don't you understand?
and
What
then
part
and
of
then
me
he
wanting to be in the military rather than be with you don't you understand?
Woo, that was
yeah
crazy.
because that diabolical because
That was crazy.
he knew her behind was coming back with some food. And you can't tell me that he didn't start some conversation at least in the middle of the because I don't know how long she was gone, but I assume it was like 20 to 30 minutes at most. And you can't tell me he wasn't on the phone at minute 15 so he could talk about her and she could walk in on him saying some mess about her and get her to end things right then and there.
Here's the problem with that, Ari. Here's the problem. Giving him too much credit. Because he's been showing this dumbness since he first popped up on this daggone show. Before any talking to the women, this and that third, he's been showing this level of foolishness from day one. So it's quite believable. He'd be talking outside his neck about something. And then
And you
all of
don't
a
think
sudden,
that's calculated? We don't think that's calculated at all?
he,
Because
what did I tell you last week? This man has the emotional intelligence of a gnat, the bandwidth of a gnat that goes to his intelligence as well. It's a gnat worth. That's it. I'm telling you, it ain't much there. It's not much there. This man is perpetually putting his foot in his mouth in every situation. Even when Ellen back in the pods, there's plenty of situations, put his foot in his mouth. He just can't help it. It's who he is. He can't help it. Gave him too much credit. He ain't that smart.
damn, not you calling him a dumbass. Like,
Because he is. He is. Dead ass dumbass. What's up? Like that.
if you're watching this video, I didn't say that he did. So
So did. Ain't me. What's up? Like, I got the evidence to prove it, bro. I'm sorry. Okay? I'm
You have
sorry.
edited evidence.
You're right. And they edited it well because you look crazy. You look crazy. You look crazy, bro. Like this is ridiculous. Now, now this is where we're gonna get controversial at. Okay, there was only one instance where I kind of understood what he did, why he did it, even though it was dumb as heck. Because I was confused. That whole conversation when it came to the recording, I was confused as heck for a number of reasons. Okay? All right. I'm telling you right now, I do like Joanna. Okay? But even in that situation, I'm gonna be honest with you, when she was telling the ladies what happened between her and Daniel, I knew she was telling half a story. I felt it right off the rip. I was like, nah, this something missing out of this. Something's missing out of this. This is half a story. Okay? He just ain't gonna jump up and just record the conversation out of something happened. Something happened. This is half a story. So when he came over, and then they have the same conversations with Roger and Angelica. No, Angelique. What's it? Is it
Angelica.
Angelica. Which I don't know why you having the conversation with these two particular women. This is weird,
Right.
but okay. But you having this conversation.
Wait a minute, Rania was right. Everybody needs to sit at the table. Come on,
That's
come
true.
on, come on.
That is true. I give her that. But Rania purposely, because she was leading it, got each side first and then brought everybody to the table. It was actually smart. Diabolical was smart. Because when she brought Daniel to the table, Daniel actually told the same exact story. It was not no different from Joanna's telling. He just added on the bits that was actually missing from the story. It didn't make him look better, but it did tell the more of a truthful to what happened. Because okay,
Trey,
we're having the conversation.
he didn't argue, which was a great thing.
Yes, that was smart of him. You know, he finally showed smartness. Like, let me just shut the heck up. Because it's bad. You know why he didn't? Because the ladies was, I get to that in a second. Because, oh my God. Oh my God. Because, whoa! So he's telling the story. I'm not gonna lie to you. If we're having a conversation, she's coming off like we're arguing. And like he said, I kind of believe on this point, we didn't even raise our voices. So to him, it wasn't an argument. We're just discussing stuff and then we're having a disagreement. But she's taking it like it's an argument. If you tell me in the middle of the story, you might as well be honoring me the way you're talking to me. I'm not going to lie. I'm pausing the conversation. Hold up. Where is this going? Okay? Whoa. That shot red flags to me about Joanna. I'm sorry. It just did. I said, whoa. Where did that come from? And she omitted at first the part where Daniel said, and she might have been joking about it. She probably was. But she omitted the part where she said, you know what? I should record this conversation. He was like, yeah, you should. I should too. He said, yeah, we should record this conversation and listen back to it. He took it literally and did so.
Yes.
That was just about to say that.
Here's the thing.
And she also left out the part that we listened back to it because she didn't tell that part. We listened back to the conversation. We spent an hour re-listening to it. So I'm like, all right, Joanna, you kind of massage the things to make it look a certain type of way. I don't know what's going on, especially when you don't have to. Because this fool is dumb enough to put his own foot in his mouth. So you don't really have to manipulate this. Like, what's going on here?
But I think it didn't go the way she planned when they listened to it back.
Exactly. Exactly. And this is where the interesting thing come up with Daniel is, okay? He's too blunt. He's too dumbly honest. and he's just too much of everything for him to be turning out to be a straight up liar. I don't think that's him. He doesn't really lie about anything. Because, like I said, I don't think he has the cognitive dissonance to do so. He's too honest about it. He's too blunt. He's too crass. You know, he's come for money. He's not afraid to tell you that. You know, like he's just it is what it is.
Tell you about yourself either.
Exactly. You know, exactly. And that can come off a certain type of way. And now here's the funny thing. This is what took me. This is what took me out of that whole conversation at that table. When Joanna sat back at the table with Daniel. And Angelica makes the statement that basic statement that Joanna, I don't know you were right, whatever. It's like you're mistreating Daniel, whatever. Joanna's face. Oh my God. I have to invoke Easton when I make this statement. Okay? Because he gonna be right about this part right here. Her face, when she looked over, she went, what? The sisterhood has failed me.
That's your second invocation of Easton.
And that's because both times the sisterhood has failed some woman in their little group. And it just leads back to what I've always been saying. I say it every season in one shape, way, or form. These are not your friends. Okay? These are not your friends. All right? You ain't got no time in with these women. They will throw you to the sharks, and they're proving it right in front of your face. Okay? Right in front of your face. And
you have your walls really high,
What?
Joanna. And Daniel's sitting there very well quiet. That is exactly what he's supposed to do. Stay quiet.
Well, because it's very much true. So I'm
it's
like,
true.
yeah.
The walls is high. And the funny thing is, it probably should be. It should be high. And this is a food. She attached herself to a food and she realized that. When she was on vacation in Greece. She's like, oh my God, my desperateness has failed me. What have I done? Right. I was so daggone desperate and back in the pods that I got convinced to go talk to this man. And mind you, he was talking the same exact way in the pods now. The same
I
exact
mean,
day. Ain't nothing
oh,
changed. Ain't nothing changed.
nothing,
But
not a
you
lick.
wanted a man so bad, you wanted a relationship so bad that you just glossed over the fact that this man is a walking stoplight, a walking stop sign at that. Okay, he ain't a red flag, he's a stop sign.
She should have walked away when she said she was going to walk away. Remember, she was
Yeah.
going to walk away when she
Exactly.
was broken up with, and then she's like, "Well, they like give Daniel a chance, see what's going to happen with Daniel."
They play her so
No,
bad.
she
I was
played
like, dang.
herself. They
Well,
already
that
she
too.
played
That
herself.
too.
I would have gave you that, but she actually spent time and talked to Daniel in that pod. Like I said, he
That's
hasn't
true.
changed. He has not
That's true.
changed.
I thought, the thing is that I thought that we would talk about more than just the weather. He hasn't come home, mom. This is a grown 30-something-year-old lady. He hasn't come home, mom. What should I do?
And then
Yeah,
the mama said something actually very sensible to her.
Call him.
Yeah, just call him.
just call him.
What? Find out for sure. You just sitting on the phone going through scenarios in your head. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. I say it again. I do like Joanna the most out of all women, just me personally. But in these little interactions, I am seeing why she's single.
She
I
scares
am,
me in these little interactions because the half
yes.
truths can get people into trouble.
And she doesn't have to do that. That's the weird thing about it. That's what's getting me. Like this dude, look at just listen what he said and look at him. No, you should have dipped out. We would have understood. But you keep coming with these half truths and retelling of the story. And I'm like, something's off. That don't sound right. And then here come Daniel of all people with the whole story, even if it makes him look crazy.
Right. He's
So
like,
I'm
no,
like,
no. He's like, she was going to record it. So I thought she was recording too.
and then y'all sit there and listen back to it. So what are we talking about then?
Well, she didn't say it like that. She didn't tell us that part.
She didn't. She was looking for sympathy for them. I'm like, oh, okay, Joanne. You scared me, baby. You scared me. I'm kind of understanding why you out there in Sydney can't find nobody. Coming home can't find nobody still. I get it now. I don't know what's girl. You know what? She may have, let me just go out and say it. She may have an issue with playing certain scenarios in her mind that may not be true
Ooh.
in certain situations.
Oh, it's called fabrication?
Yes.
Okay.
Like
Okay. Just
now
checking.
we all know, hey, there's three of us here. We might all view or hear the same exact thing, and we may walk away with different opinions of it. That's one
Right.
thing. But one thing we can't do is say, okay, these words were said. We can't change what the words were said. You can't. Like, nah, this was said, blank, 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 blank. We can't turn around and go, actually, I didn't hear that part. All I heard was this part. That makes you look crazy. That makes you, it makes you look kind of like, well, hold on, what's going on? Especially when there's multiple people sitting there watching the same thing. Nah, that's not what was said. It was
But
just
but
this.
Daniel teaches us a very, very good lesson. When you are on the phone and you are waiting for your person to return, don't have both earpods in your ears that you miss their return. And he was very good not to look too shocked. Oh, you're home.
That's why I said I don't think he's that dumb. Come on now. That's why I think he set it up. Because what are you talking about?
This is the apartment. Oh, you're home. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. He's dumb. I'm telling you. He's dumb. Dummy. I understand why y'all feel the way you do because you don't want to feel bad about calling a dummy a dummy, and we kind of make people like, oh god, he's dummy. It feel like we picking on them to such extent. Nah, I don't have
No, I
those
don't think that we're
mentalities.
picking on him. I mean, if you want to say he's dumb, okay, that's fine. But I just don't. I don't think he's as dumb as you're making him out to be. That's just it.
Oh no,
Like,
I think he's able to do basic math. What I'm saying is there's a slightly cognitive dissonance when it comes to certain things, especially social things. This man has telling you himself multiple times. He's never had to talk about his feelings to people at all. He's never
Love
had to.
languages? What's that?
He doesn't know this stuff.
Well, that's hard. I got to learn the love language and then implement it.
He
That's
doesn't.
rough. And he jokes about it.
Yeah. He didn't know. He really did not know these things was thing. It's not. It doesn't compute for him. This man
And
has been sheltered, and he's been privileged to be sheltered because he's privileged. Probably because I wish would have met. I you notice we haven't met no families. It's well at least on his side of the Joanna's. You talk to her mom on the phone. We don't know his family. I would love to be his brother because I feel like
right.
a lot of things gonna make a lot of sense. The
Right.
brother is the one, you know what I'm saying, and he's probably been protecting Daniel all his life. That's his brother.
I would like to meet the brother too.
You know, he just doesn't get it. He's a kiddie pool. Actually, he's lower than the kiddie pool. He has
Dang.
a sink. He has a sink's worth of depth about him. You can clearly see to the bottom.
Dang.
Yeah, I do agree with that because I'm the one who said it in the first place. It's just I don't think he's as dumb as he you're trying to make him out to be. That's all.
Giving him too much credit. Giving him too much credit. Telling you, too much credit. It's too much
I think
credit.
and to be quite honest, I think he weaponizes the fact that he doesn't really go into his emotions all that much. I think he weaponizes that a lot because I was getting the impression that he was using the fact that he was crying a lot as a way to not do anything, like not go deep. So I mean,
doesn't even understand that statement you just said. Weaponizing my crying. He would never get that because in his mind it'd be like I'm literally this is the truth. I've never cried this much ever in my life over a relationship because it might be the absolute truth for him.
He can feel empathy for Ludwig and what he's going through and all of that. He could be emotional about that, but emotional within his own relationship. I would love to, Daniel, I know you're following me on TikTok now. I'd love to talk to you about your prior relationships because for me, it's like, how did you form a connection with those folks? How did you, have a connection if it wasn't emotional? How did you not talk about your feelings and what were the breakdowns of those relationships?
He got money. He got money.
Yeah, but you still got to talk about your feelings. You still got to make your partner feel wanted.
No, you don't.
Okay,
that type of money from how they're coming off and how he's being presented, the type of money his family got, this and that and third. I'm telling you right now, he probably doesn't even realize he's been used a lot and got thrown away. But he's never seen it that way. It's just that he got money and women just come along. Unfortunately, the question is, what type of women are they?
He's a Toastmaster. He gets the party started.
He's a socialite. I get it.
Yes.
And the way he goes off, I can understand him being in that role.
Yeah.
He talks a lot with no substance. He talks a lot with no substance. So I can understand him being good at his job. And it's probably part of the family business at that.
Oh, yeah, he definitely in sales.
So I get it. And the crazy thing is, he's actually, did you catch it? He's actually a decent salesman.
Oh,
and
excellent.
How most salesmen do, they overtalk the situation to keep you from thinking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
To ease a part of it, But that doesn't take a level of intelligence just to do. If you notice, he has a lot of generalized knowledge about a lot of small things. When you actually get him to go in deeper on some of those stuff, that's exactly how it goes. His mind.
I love to see Ibrahim's face when he's talking to him, like, huh?
Yeah, Ibrahim, what are you talking about, bro? I ain't gonna lie to you. I felt ashamed as a fellow ex-soldier. I know when he said that he served in the military and being in the military is easier than dealing with her. I hate to say this. Number one, I understood what he was saying. I did. I understood what he was saying. I caught the reference he was making. I caught the reference. But that also made me feel horrible because I went, dang, when I was in military service, I know some Daniels. I met some Daniels.
Oh, wait a
I
minute.
met some Daniels.
Damn.
On that note.
And in my they were cool, but you might not want to be around them when certain things pop off.
Oh.
It's just I don't know about that. But he's a battle buddy, so
you gotta go with your battle buddy.
You gotta deal because it's you're gonna
The
be
brotherhood.
Brother and sisterhood. You're gonna being in the military. You do learn one thing that I've always been appreciative of. You do have to learn to be in difficult situations with different types of people and from different walks of life. You have to learn that, or
You gotta adapt.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to.
Okay, so we have covered all the couples. Let us go through. I'm gonna take off y'all comments for right now. Y'all can certainly join us in the comments below and there. We already know I didn't change it, y'all. Camilla and Ludwig are there, but we know not gonna cover them. But still put in a comment. So I will ask my panelists if there's yes or no, if we're making it to a wedding, and yes or no if the people are going to get married. Ari, Angelica, and Aaron, are we making it to the wedding?
No, because I don't remember seeing them in the preview.
Okay, so we're not making it to the wedding. Trey, are they making it to the wedding?
So
Huh?
I think so.
Okay, I think so as well. If since you think so, who's a yes, who's a no?
The way they playing this, they wanted to seem like Angelica we really wanted to say no, but I think at the end of the day, she's going to be the yes, and Aaron might be, you know what? Hell no, you playing my face too much. This is no.
Yeah, I think Aaron is a no.
Yeah, no. See, that's what I'm I think he's gonna be saying no, but a lot quicker than that, and that's why I said I don't, because I don't remember seeing them in the preview. I could be
Okay.
misremembering, but
That's
I think
on
he's definitely
purpose.
gonna. So
Hey, how many tuxedos we got for 6'8"? Okay,
Yeah.
he gotta pack his own. Next up, Joanna and Daniel. Trey, are we making it to a wedding?
Oh my God. I'm split. I'm actually split about this because for some daggone reason, there's a part of me that says there's probably going to be a wedding for this, even though it shouldn't be.
I think there is. There's
I
gonna be a
think there's
wedding.
going to be a wedding for this mess.
Come on now, Trey. Y'all got to be more snappy on this. Yes or no? We gonna have a wedding?
Yeah.
Okay, who's yes? Who's no?
Daniel's a yes, Joanna's a no. This is going to be her chance to finally say no and stand on something.
Okay, Ari, is there gonna be a wedding with Daniel and Joanna?
I was thinking initially no, but I'm thinking maybe they're gonna get to the altar and then they're gonna both say yes, and they're gonna be done by the reunion. So
Okay, so they're married and done by the reunion. I could see that.
That's crazy. Woo,
I can see that crazy work, but I still think I would go wild on the Daniel is a no. But I like to be contrary. Ari, Annie, and Ibrahim, is there a wedding?
yes, there's a wedding. Now, I think they could also say yes, but it's a toss up of if they're staying together by the reunion or not.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think they are married. I think there is a wedding. I think they both say yes, but I still don't think they're my pull it to the end couple. I think they're gonna make it and say yes and still be married by reunion. Trey, Annie, and Ibrahim.
My first answer is yes and yes.
Yes in a wedding. Yes is okay. Are we
But
still together by reunion?
I'm going to be a contrarian here. and say, yes, there's a wedding, but before they even get to the walk down the aisle, Annie is gonna pull a runaway bride.
Oh,
I
okay.
can see
Annie's a
that.
runaway bride. Okay.
I can see that. Okay. I'm not
Okay.
mad at it.
She ain't got far to run. They in Stockholm. Okay.
Yep, going right to the house.
Okay. Speaking of back to the house, Rania and Lars, Eric, Trey, is there a wedding?
There will be a wedding, unfortunately.
Are we saying yes?
Lars Eric going to be foolish enough to say yes, but Roger is going to. They're going to ask her first, and it's going to be a no.
Okay. Ari.
Okay, so I'm gonna go off the wall here. I think it's gonna be a wedding because we saw him in a tuxedo. But I think the problem is he's gonna get to the altar, or maybe not even to the altar. What's gonna happen is she's gonna pull a Clay from US and go to him and say no, and this is not gonna be a yes at all because he's gonna be
Miguel is going to
no.
pick up the pieces.
So yes, I agree with you there. I think there is going to be a wedding. I think, apart from that, I think here's the thing. I think they may get married, but not together by reunion. Because I don't know why something in me is telling me they're being edited like Jakob and Katarina to create angst, to create issue, to create more and more. Yeah, it's giving me that we're creating it, but it could be for real, especially since she came to a conclusion. And y'all, yes, I didn't remove Camilla and Ludwig. We know they didn't even move in together, so we know ain't nothing there. But we shall see this week. I am going to be on location, y'all, so definitely look out for my recap to be a little bit different. Okay, yes, Trey.
I got something for them. There's not going to be a wedding, but we're going to find at a reunion that Camilla going to try and date Ludwig for about a couple of weeks, and then she's going to end it on her terms. That's how the story is going to go.
Oh, while he's curious about Hannah.
And then Hannah's going to pick up the pieces.
Now, Sweden, y'all still have not answered me on the dock worker that Ludwig is. I think it's a very good paying job because over here, how the dock workers work, but I don't know Ludwig's position and all of that. So if you do know in Sweden, let me know, because I think dock workers make good money out here in the US, but let us know if it's the same dynamic in Sweden. But we are loving Sweden. We have always loved Sweden from season 1. If you don't know it, Trey, Ari, and I, we watch the international versions. Absolutely love them. Absolutely love Sweden. It is made of good stuff from season 1. And this one I thought y'all couldn't do better than season 1 or even season 2. Season 2 was a good, steady, slow and steady wins the race. But this one, y'all knocking it out the park in season 3. So I want to thank Trey. I want to thank Ari. We will be back again next week at 5 p.m. EST to talk about the weddings, to see if we were right, wrong, or maybe. And I do appreciate y'all hitting that like button one good time. One good time. And let us know in the comments how you're feeling. Okay? Thank you, Ari. Thank you, Trey. And as I always tell y'all, I'll see you on the next one.